Don't do the winking. Come out and say it.
Michelle, the Witch of Moon's Lane, and Moyra Major. How to witch, bitch.
Welcome to another episode, How to Witch Bitch. Michelle, the Witch of Moon's Lane. Hello.
Hey, darling, how are you?
Happy May.
Happy May. Can you believe it?
May.
Can you believe it? Yeah, here comes the bulls.
The what?
The bulls. Not the balls, the bulls. You know, bulls.
Oh, the bulls, as in
Taurus.
the animal.
It's Taurus month.
Mate, I've got no idea about you and your bulls. Now, today's episode...
Actually, that gives me an idea. I was thinking about making some meatballs tonight.
Whatever you want to call it, mate. Whatever you want to call it. Actually, meatballs are good, aren't they?
I love them.
There's some really nice ones from ALDI.
Yes.
The Wagyu ones.
Yes.
They're not full of
no,
crap.
No. And they're really good.
No.
And they're easy.
Not sponsored by ALDI, but would love to be.
Yes.
We're going to do a reading for a new friend today, but we do have lots of comments and feedback to run through before we get to that. On TikTok, thank you to our new followers, Jess, OKI Jen, or Oki Jen, Jamie Lewis Colbeck. Ooh. One testicle.
Oh, well, there you go. See? I didn't even know that, and I'm already talking about balls. How does this happen? I was like the other day when you
came
in and you started talking about plants after we'd just done.
What?
Oh, hang on. I've got to tell you a story.
What?
Okay.
Hang on. Back to one testicle. Thank you. And
okay.
Lily, don't. Yeah, what?
Okay, so remember how we said my birthday that I just was staring into space for 8 hours because, you know, it was my birthday. It was just nice to have some time off. And then we were talking about microdot chocolates and whatever.
Oh, God.
Well, a beautiful listener who was a baker came in and brought me some cookies and just said, oh, look, here we are. Just have one, you know. So I went off and had one and it was full of something and I was in a state the other day on Sunday going... Are
you kidding me?
No. It was awesome. But I wasn't expecting it. So we need to put a disclaimer in it. I just said, but I didn't say I do.
Well, you do now.
I do now.
Well, you have.
But I have, but I won't be anymore.
So hang on, this random person just turns up and you eat their food. Like, I've worked in radio for 25 years. We don't eat food that's brought in.
They're not random. I've been doing readings for them for a long time.
Okay, so they thought you just needed to chill a bit.
Yeah, just to chill.
Did you chill or did you...
No, I chilled.
Did you travel?
No, I chilled and travelled. I was like, woo, too much. Woo, okay. Woo, too much. Woo, no, okay. Woo, what the hell? I'm dying. And then it was like, oh, maybe I'm not. Better channel. So then I channeled and I was okay. God. And then I was like, oh, my God. And I went, oh, my freaking Lord. So I sent a text message and just...
Have you consumed them before you've got here?
Am I dying? It was really funny. You know, that's my own fault. I think that's karma and work. I actually do. I think that's my own fault.
Did they warn you?
No.
Why not? I would hope that someone who'd baked you whatever goodies would actually...
Maybe when they were saying just take one.
Oh, when they were winking at you. Okay.
I was like, something in your eye, buddy? What's wrong?
Listen to those subtleties. Listen to the things.
Well, I had a lot going on. It was like...
No, you didn't. Well, you did afterwards. Were you hungry? Did you eat a pizza afterwards?
I didn't eat anything. I was too busy thinking. I should have. It was probably going to be my last meal the way I was feeling. Anyway, getting back to that. Please don't come in and deliver anything to me.
No, that's just weird. All right.
Or maybe you do. Just tell me next time. Don't do the winking. Come out and say it.
On Instagram, Jay Dino, Princess Riri, or Rai, Jade,
cute.
Marley, Brianna Murphy, and Mike Rios. Thank you very much to you for following us and putting up with what we dribble. Now, someone has said that they found their Knockout Babes Boudoir. That's the name.
Whoa.
I love that. Has PMDD, which is premenstrual dysphoric disorder. So she's listened to the menopause chat, wondering if there might be a spell I could use for emotional balance. PMDD presents differently from everyone else. Mine presents with a lot of emotions, usually crying, and typically a couple of weeks before my period starts. Disrupts my personal and professional life. I'd love a tool to help me manage this better. Emotional balance.
Well, the mine is a really crazy thing, and the fact that
yours is.
and the fact that if you've got a strong mind, you can talk yourself around and just sit there and say, listen, I know why I'm crying and I understand that, and I am going to give myself maybe a minute to sort of go into that, sort of indulge myself. But then after that, it's sort of like, I know that this only happens for a certain amount of time, and I know that I feel really badly afterwards if I don't achieve things. So, I mean, really, it's a case of we just need to nutter through. But in saying that, I really do feel that maybe going and getting some sort of hormone replacement might actually help.
She does actually say that she does see a doctor.
Yeah.
So I'm semi-medically managed, which is good. But that,
I think anxiety, a bit of it. You can go and get some John's wort, and you can get a whole
John's
of stuff.
Wort, yeah.
Some stuff
and
that's more for anxiety
stuff,
would be good.
The calming spray.
Yeah.
A friend of mine actually.
I've got a new cookie selection coming on next month. I'll put it out there. It's going to be called PMS cookies.
The cookies.
Actually,
No, we wish you the best, but we also think that maybe the medical is a good idea, but then also accepting your emotions in that point of time. But that sounds, I've never heard of PMDD, and that just sounds incredibly difficult. I know how hard it is just with just stuff, life, but so we wish you all the best. But emotionally balancing as well. Is there a herb or anything like that that's...
Well, the best thing is rosemary. And again,
I was going to say rosemary.
Rosemary is a really good one. You can make rosemary tea. Chamomile tea is also another good thing, like a tincture you can do.
What's the other one? Primrose oil.
Yep, things like that. But I mean, look, when it sort of comes to this sort of stuff, I actually suggest a couple of strong meds and a glass of shandy and knock yourself out for a week, and away we go.
Just a disclaimer, Shelley's not medically trained in any way, shape or form.
I'm joking, guys. But I know what it's like, and and I think sometimes the stress of knowing how you react in that actually sends you over the edge a little bit more, because you know it's coming, so then you freak out, so then you don't sleep. And so I just think if we know prior, if we can put things in where we are going to sleep, so we have had a lot of sleep, and we're not doing overnights, we're not stressing ourselves. Age mate's also a really good thing too. Age mate's a really great little thing that you can have. Well, what it does is it's got all these different types of vitamins and things like that. A lot of people getting into it at the moment.
Have we talked about this before?
I don't know.
I'm having the biggest deja vu of all time.
We might have.
Age mate.
Yeah, it's an NWN thing.
What?
Or is it NWN or NWA?
NWA? What are you talking about?
Sounds like I'm going to do in the news. Here on the NWN.
That's NBN.
NBN. We have...
Anyway.
We have a storm front coming.
All right, age mate. We'll write that down.
Yeah, write that down.
Also from Spotify, Sophie said she found us by accident, and she's been looking more into herself.
No one goes looking for us. We've always been by accident.
Oh, the birthplace banter is like David Tennant and Michael Sheen art comparisons meme, which is very funny. Thank you for those who know what I'm talking about. Livy says, asking all the right questions. Thank you for the basic explanations. Excellent journalism.
That's you. That's your side.
And could anyone link his Angel Face skincare brand? Oh, that was from the Wizard.
Mark. Yeah,
Wizard of Chippendale.
I will get his phone number and just pop it on there, and if you want to order it, you can ring him.
Wonderful. All right, Michelle, joining us today, we have Patra, who would like some help with some shadow work, and also she does a bit of sort of witchiness stuff.
Yes.
And she would like some help from you. Patra, hello.
Hello.
All right, where do we start with you? How long have you been dabbling in shadow work and all that kind of stuff?
Only recently, kind of late last year, it sort of found its way to me. So very recent, but I've been spiritual and into spirituality and everything since I was a child, as long as I can remember.
Was that something in your family as well? Or like Michelle, of course, her parents were Ghostbusters, which is always hilarious. But is that something that was in your family?
My mum believed, but not really. Like, it was kind of just myself, I guess. Like from a child, I saw spirits. So I'd wake up in the middle of the night, there'd be a random old lady in my room. Run into my parents' room freaking out, and Mum was like, oh, yeah, you know, that was your great-grandmother. Never seen a photo of her, never knew her or anything. Yeah. So...
But that's good, though, that your mum sort of didn't, you know, make you too scared, and she's sort of bringing that in, because that means that you don't get closed off, because it's kind of like she's giving you, yes, that is someone. It's not saying, oh, that's your imaginary friend.
Yeah.
Or that, you know, so
it's just your
this
imagination.
So it's allowing you to be open to spirit so that you can investigate further. And I find that the most spiritual people are people that have had parents that have been quite understanding or have, you know, sort of encouraged them a little bit more with that. So that, I mean, that on that part, I think that's great. So you said you had a photo. So did you ever sort of have a, you know, after having that and then looking at the photo, you had recognition or?
So I saw, like, had that experience seeing her in my room, and then Mum pulls out the album after that and goes, is that her? And I think because I described it beforehand. So that was my first time seeing her. It was before I even, like, saw a photo or anything.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And has that continued through your life as well? You said it was as a child?
Yeah, I definitely have blocked it out. It's only recent I've kind of tapped back into it. Sort of getting spookies in the middle of the night is a bit terrifying. I get a fright when I wake up to just anything during the night. So, you know, a ghost is something I kind of shut myself off from.
Yeah.
But I'm working on kind of getting rid of a bit of fear around it and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's also a bit of shadow work too with what you're sort of talking about as well. That's fear. So facing that fear and learning that, you know, you can confront it, that you can control it, and you're in control when you're, you know, opening up. You know, nothing can really harm you or hurt you. You know, you protect yourself before you do that. And we have guides and loved ones that are doing that as well. So, I mean, especially if it's just spirit. I mean, I definitely would have to be protecting yourself if you're going somewhere where there's an entity. That's a completely different sort of scenario. And we haven't really touched on that. We will touch more on going into, because we haven't done much of the ghost hunting stuff yet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we do want to. Yeah. Moyra always says, yes, and then the minute I go, we're going to do that, she goes, no.
I go, I'm very busy. I'm sorry. I'm very busy for that today and ever. And particularly Ouija boards.
Ouija boards are totally
Ouija
out.
boards.
No. I feel that way too. It's definitely, it's exciting and thrilling, and then it goes to like go time, and you're like, I don't think I can do that.
Yeah.
I've
But
hurt
yeah,
my
that's
back.
something I definitely want to do.
Okay.
So more meditation would be really good for you, and even learning how to see auras and allowing that, because auras aren't scary. So actually it's interesting because I can actually see your aura because you have white around you. And now, can you see?
That's a wall, Michelle.
I know, but it's a white wall. So that's how you teach yourself. Oh, she's
so
starting
sorry.
early today.
I'm so sorry.
So that's actually how you start to see auras. You put a white wall behind you, and you can see. And if you look, you can actually see a glowing of green and a glowing of yellow and a little bit of red, which is intellect. It is definitely spiritual and opening up to spirituality, intellect, which is your intelligence as well, and the red is creation. Now the creation's around the top of your head, so this is wanting to create. So if I was looking at your aura at the moment, I'd say that you're in a process of about opening up and ready to create. So that's pretty exciting.
Very cool.
So what are you about to create?
Well, I guess I'm just kind of getting in touch with my creative side again after children. I don't know at this stage. I have some ideas.
Yeah, well, we can certainly look at
I
that.
kind of wanted to sort of start a mother's circle in my area and kind of get to know some other kind of spiritual mums who are into that as well, and get myself out there socializing a bit more and everything as well. So maybe the creation comes from that.
Yeah, definitely.
So if people at home want to start learning how to do or learn how to create or see aura first, you put somebody, or even your hand, because you can't have someone standing there the whole time, but your hand in front of a white piece of paper or wall, and you actually go cross-eyed, and then you start coming out. And as your eyes start to come out and you start to refocus, you'll see the first band of the aura.
Wow.
So you
That's
start
cool.
doing-
It's like
start
an
doing-
eye,
it's a bit
just like an eye focus.
yeah, it's like 3D, and then you eventually can see the first bit, and then as you create more and more and you start to see it, you start to see more and more of the aura. But yeah, for you, shadow work is to reopen again. I would just make sure you start to meditate. You can do all types of meditation. There's lots of them that you get online. But just going outside and just sitting or laying on the ground and re-earthing is a really good thing too. And just shutting your eyes, because as you can see, if you lay down, the sun coming through onto your third eye is a great way to reopen as well, and ask to reopen and ground as you're grounding. So the more you do these things, or the more you do the exercises, the more that you'll actually start to open up and see, because for a long time you've been going nope,
Closing it all
so
off.
it's closed it all off.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. It feels like kind of like that.
Yeah. So I'll get your full name. I'm just going to channel in and just give you a little bit of a reading and see what's around you as well. So what's your full name?
It's Patra Michelle Rath.
Michelle.
Michelle.
Oh, of course it is.
And it's kind of weird, but I was also born in Christchurch, New Zealand.
Stop
I
it!
heard you guys talk about
Stop
that.
it! You just stop it now.
Yeah. And I thought that was the weirdest thing.
That is hilarious.
Crazy.
Oh,
I've been here 16 years. Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Oh my
that
God.
is so funny.
And like you, we all sound like Aussies, and we're more
Totally.
Aussies than we are Kiwis, because we're getting
Absolutely.
that. Well, yeah, you're really,
Yeah.
really Aussie. That's what we've been getting, not Kiwi at all.
Oh, my
So
gosh.
that is so funny.
we need to do a tour to Christchurch.
Yeah. The coincidence is hilarious.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
The Down Under Christchurch tour.
It's not a Christchurch
2,
group.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Christchurch Mothers Group.
All right, let's have a look and see what's going on with you. Well, you definitely got the Creative Queen, which came straight out. So the Creative Queen, can you see that? Which is taking matters into your own hands. You've also got the Lioness. So the Lioness talks about being a strong type of person with a lot of creative ideas. Now the money card's crossing it, which means there's a lot of creative ideas coming in with how you could be making your money. The actual fact that it's in your hands is representing spirituality. So it's representing either healing, or it's representing something to do in that particular field. And you've been talking about that. It says it's a new money journey coming in, and we're moving into a new 9-year cycle with that. So I have got the 3 of Cups, which talks about a great celebration coming. You're just waiting for the time to look at, do I follow the same road I've always been following, or is it time for me to start looking at moving forward into, say, a new version of myself? And for that, you've got this year, it's saying that Israel, look, that looks like Christchurch, New Zealand there, look. You got a, there's Mount Hutt right there. So it is saying you've got the world in your hands. So this is just saying if you've got the world in your hands with the creation, the world is your oyster. So in other words, don't think small. Now's the time to think big. And I have got the King of Wands, which is talking about creation around the home, creation within a new business, stepping out of your comfort zone, all those things. And the funny enough, you actually have a friendship or a friend that could also help you along the way, or an ally. So obviously, if you wanted to start a group and have maybe someone that can take on the reins of doing the the admin and all
Social
that sort of stuff, and
yep.
the social stuff, that would actually clear you a way to be more creative and doing other things.
That's really cool. Yeah, I actually have a friend who started her own play group as well, and she's actually very witchy too, so that's hilarious.
Is she from Christchurch?
I'm going to talk to her. No, she's not from Christchurch.
Well, the two of you could do a lot of overlapping things where, if, for example, if you can't make it one day, she can make it the next, and then you can do things together, because it doesn't necessarily have to be in the one place too. You can be organising, a coffee date here, or you could be going to the movies on a Tuesday if it's a kids movie, things like that. It doesn't have to be in one place, which makes it a little bit more creative and a lot more exciting too.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
Now, is there any questions that you wanted to have answered?
I suppose if there were any messages maybe from Spirit for me, my Nana recently passed, but I don't know if anyone maybe wants to come through. I'm not sure.
What is the 3 associated with Nana?
The 3? Mm-hmm. I don't know if 3 is associated with Nana, but I see 3 everywhere. It's kind of like a sign for me that, I don't know, like positive, I don't know, like I just feel positive every time I see that. It pops up a lot for me, so it's quite significant in that way.
Well, there are 3. It represents maiden, mother, crone, so that's sort of where that sort of comes in as well. Now, I'm thinking more along the lines of March or 3 years.
Did Nana pass? You said recently.
Well, Nana had 3 children.
Okay, did she pass in the March, born in the March, or did she get sick in the March? Because she's just given me March as being a significant timeline for her.
She passed in March. Oh. I just clicked with that.
There we go.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right.
It's okay.
That's fine. Look, I've got a lot.
Sorry.
That's okay. I've got a lot of sadness around that at the moment, and I'm hearing please forgive yourself. So I'm not sure if it was a case of you thought you should have done more, you should have been there, or we should have known, whatever that is. And I'm also feeling she wasn't in her right mind. That's not a way to say it, but was losing it a little bit in the end as well. So look, I've got here Sun, and she's got big, beautiful wings around her, so she's made it to the other side. So if you'd like to ask her a question, that's what I was saying, what would you like to ask? Because we know she's here, she knows she's fine. She just says, forgiveness and compassion, release any harsh judgments, you're very strong character. We know that because we picked the Queen of Wands for you. But she says your strength is looking at vulnerabilities and learning from them, which is really interesting considering that was something you wanted to work on, because that shadow worked down to a... Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I really feel you've got to be very strong to look at your shortcomings and say, I want to work on them.
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of see everything I do wrong just as a way to do better, like look within, see what I can work on. I'm always wanting to improve myself. So
and also really make sure you don't end up being self-critical and maybe being overcritical of the things that you're doing as well. It's a really happy dance, and that's why I'll go back to always going out in the sun, regrounding, re-earthing I call it, because it just sort of allows you to sort of meditate and check in. So I always look at it as like you're a phone, and eventually if you don't plug into your energy source, then you end up dying. So it's just a good way to just recheck into Mother Earth and to Mother Nature, especially as a witch like you are. You need to reground
I've been laying
yourself.
on the ground under trees every day, and I'll ground myself that way, and I can feel the sun on my face, and I get up and I'm energized.
Great.
It's like a day and night difference. If I don't do that for a while, I can feel the difference. It really, really helps.
Charging yourself.
Yeah. You know, there's these new blankets that are coming up that are earthing blankets, and people are just giving them 5 stars because it's basically like laying within the earth, and so it's really helping with all with grounding blankets. People are sleeping better, sleeping better, feeling better, waking up with a more positive mindset.
Okay.
I love that. I'm gonna Google that.
You have to Google. Let's have a look and see what your higher self wants to tell you then. So how do you find being a witch and a mum?
I find it challenging at the moment. I've got young ones, and my time to myself is very few and far between, let alone having time to kind of channel in there, because end of the night I tidy up and then it's dinner in bed almost, so I kind of have to schedule in witchy time or just time to myself in general. But I do what I can, and I find it's really helped. It's helped connect me to who I want to be or who I feel I need to be, and it's helped me become a better mother, kind of having more clarity and understanding to sort of help them have the same as well. So,
and have you
hard to find the time, but amazing.
Have you sort of finished your motherhood journey, as in we are done with children?
Oh, yeah, so done. I'm a single mum and I'm not having any children.
No
way.
And I guess that's part of that, finding yourself again and opening yourself back up to spirit and to everything else, because you've given enough.
Enough. Done. Enough.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the support.
Yeah.
So this is getting support from those that have gone on before us, which is our loved ones and also our guardians. And music is your calling card. So even if you just play witchy music, if you haven't got time to, get down in the soil and, get naked on a full moon and do the whole ritual thing, just playing some really cool witchy music just keeps you there. But another really cool thing that I do is I just get some call it Florida water, moon water. I just get to make sure that all my crystals and everything full moon go out, and then you have your water. And when your water comes in, just doing things like putting it over your hands to take away negativity, and just little things like that where it doesn't take a lot of time, but it allows you to still do something for yourself each time. The only reason why I say it is because it does force you for 5 minutes or 10 minutes to just take some time at the end of the night to do something. Ring a bell. So, you've got some bells. Yeah. Ring a bell, chime a bell, put some moon water over your hands for cleansing. Just light even an incense stick for yourself. It's just something that you can do that you feel that you've done something for you, and you teach your children that this is your time and they're not to interrupt. Back in the day when I was smoking, that was what I used to do. I used to say, this is my set, and I'd go out and I'd have a cigarette and ding a bell and have a cigarette. Ding dong, Mummy's out here witching.
Sucking on a dab.
Yeah, and then until my 12-year-old kept saying, when I'm 12, you're going to give up smoking. Of course I am. Oh, my goodness. The night before she turned 12, she said, you said you're going to give up smoking. And I was like, oh, my God. So that was it. That was 4 years ago.
That was it?
That was it. I couldn't smoke anymore because I promised her.
Okay.
Good on you.
Yeah, that is amazing. That's very impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah. So now I actually do ding the bell and
not suck on a dart.
Yeah, don't suck on a dart. But you've got divine guidance coming through with power, feeling powerful. Okay, so this is empowering things that you want to say and what you think. And it's funny because you've got the nature card. We've been waffling on about the nature, getting back out there and doing exactly what you're doing. Yes, you are in your spiritual growth, and we will find that there's many planets. We've just had that significant 7 planets in Aries and a new moon in Aries. And so with that, it's like, it seems like there's this upstart of energy and everybody's trying to sort of figure out what to do with it. And so you really want to ground that and do creative things with it so that you don't waste this sort of time, because I have got an answered prayer coming in with a blessing. So this is recognizing yourself, finding yourself and moving forward with it. And you know what? Play with ideas. Nothing's wrong. And I think that's where people get all worried that if they don't do something correct, then it's not honouring. If you're looking at deities, or it's not honouring yourself or whatever. It's just saying, play with things, put some music on, have a little bit of fun, things like that.
Because he did say earlier as well how self-critical you are. So maybe you mentioned as well that you're always doing the wrong thing. I think that was the phrase.
Yeah.
So maybe you got to have a bit more joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. Music has always grounded me. I even studying music myself, so it's always been a huge part of my life. And bare minimum, I always listen to music into the night. So I love that.
Well, all you have to do is go back and watch a couple of our clips of some of the stuff we do, especially the hexing of the penis episode. I think we should be called How Not What to Do. I think we should change
What
not to do.
Yeah.
I think we need to change our podcast. No, joking. Oh, that is so funny. But let's have a look again for Gran and see if she can give you a message directly.
Thank you.
Okay, she's been waiting for perfect timing, but you definitely do need to cooperate and compromise a little bit more and find some balance within yourself. So this is enough time for yourself, enough time for your children, enough time for a work or even study if that's what you're looking for, but also maybe opening up again to love. And I have got, this is it could be a bit challenging at the moment, but it is saying that, knowing, look, you don't go into Coles hungry, right? Because you come out with everything wrong, okay? So, I mean, it's always good to have an idea of a list, and because you are changing so much and you're raising your energy, that eventually the person that maybe you would be looking at now is someone that's you might want but you don't need, so therefore it's not someone that you're going to be compatible with in say another 6 months. So I just feel like take your time, enjoy what you're doing, really discover who you are, allow yourself to have this spiritual time and this time with your kids. When they're young we think it's going to be forever, don't we? But I mean, I've got 4 coming out the other end and it's like,
coming out where?
That's because I think they're little shits. I'm doing so well.
I was listening. I was totally engaged, and then you put your end out there, and that was coming out the other end.
Anyway, I'm just saying, if I could go back to that time frame, I probably wouldn't stress so much if the house was not perfect and the, and things that just really don't matter, and spend a bit more time. And I love the fact that you're now looking at a witchy group because you're doing that. So, kudos to you. You should be proud of that, and bringing in other women that are wanting, just remember, we're goddesses. That's it. We look like goddesses. Goddesses were.
We are curvy.
We're curves. We got curves, baby, in all the right places.
In your end.
It's important to find your people and find people, I guess, that, share your beliefs and are that way inclined. So it's always been important to me. It's kind of something I can't really talk about with a lot of people because not many people believe in it. So it's my private thing that I'm trying. It's not private anymore. This is who I am. This is what I believe in. So it'd be nice to find a circle of people like that.
Well, we wish you all the very, very best.
Yeah.
We look forward to hearing from you again as well, how your journey is going.
Yeah, and definitely keep us posted. And especially let us know whereabouts it is because, if we're not too far away, We've got a couple of kids. We can grab them. But how old do you have to be?
Age is just a number.
Age is just a number.
That's all right.
You know what's funny? Just there's a TV in the corner of the room, and 3 just came up 3 times in a row.
Well, there you go.
There you go. That was very
I
strange.
love that. I always see
Which is
333 or 333. That's my signal.
Yeah, maiden mother crone, and it's just usually going into a new stage of life. So it's saying, looking at what's sort of finishing up for you and what's beginning. But it's been lovely to chat to you.
Lovely to chat with you.
Thank you for coming on. Thanks for listening. We still can't believe it.
That people actually listen to this dribble.
I get so excited every Friday. I'm like, woo. I love it.
Where do you listen to our podcast? Because we've had so many people say that they listen to it when they're cleaning. We feel as though we're helping make...
Yeah,
we're the cleaning angels.
Cleaning? Okay.
Okay, there
All right,
go.
we're the cleaning witches. I love it.
Yeah, there we go.
Anytime I get time to myself, so headphones in and I get a bit of me time while I'm sorting the house out.
I love it.
There you go.
Well, we look forward to chatting with you again. See you
darling.
soon. Bye.
Mwah. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you both.
Let's look at the stars. Aries, this week pushes you to slow down and think before acting. A small pause could lead to a much smaller move, especially in work or finances. Trust your instincts, but don't rush them. Taurus, with the spotlight on you, it's a great time to reset personal goals. You're attracting attention, so use it wisely. A fresh start in one area of life feels both overdue and exciting. Gemini, you may feel pulled inward this week. Take time to rest, reflect and tie up loose ends. Something behind the scenes is shifting in your favour, so patience will pay off. Cancer, connections matter more than ever now, so friends, networks or even a chance conversation could open a door. Stay open, you don't need to do everything alone. Leo, career or big picture goals take centre stage. You're being noticed, so step up with confidence. A little extra effort now could bring long-term rewards. Virgo, you're craving something bigger, new ideas, travel or even learning. Follow that curiosity. Stepping outside of your routine could spark a breakthrough. Libra, this week brings intensity, especially in emotional or financial matters. Face things head on rather than avoiding them. You'll come out stronger and clearer. Scorpio, relationships are in focus, whether it's deepening a bond or reassuring a loved one. Honesty is always the key. A meaningful conversation will shift everything. Sagittarius, daily routines and well-being needs attention, so small adjustments, better habits, clearer structure can make a big difference faster than you expect. Capricorn, creativity and joy take the lead. Make space for what makes you feel alive, whether that's a hobby, romance or time with loved ones. Aquarius, home and family matters come into focus this week. You may feel the urge to reorganise, reconnect or create a more peaceful space for yourself. Pisces, communication is your strength this week. Speak up, share ideas and don't hold back. Your words could have more impact than you realise. And that's your stars.
All right, well, there you go. That was you used lots of cards today, didn't you?
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought colourful.
Yes.
I'm feeling a bit colourful.
Yeah, as you're wearing all black. And I am too. Thank you for today. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to share the podcast with your friends, and 5 stars would be great. All right, we'll speak to you again soon.
Thank you.
Woodwork Podcasts.